pH, alkalinity, and nutrient availability. My tap water has a pH of 7.4, which puts it slightly on the alkaline side. Before we go any further, let's quickly clarify what pH actually means. pH is simply a measure of how acidic or how alkaline your water is, on a scale from 0 to 14. A pH of 7 is neutral. Below 7 is acidic, above 7 is alkaline. In semi-hydro, the commonly recommended pH range for most houseplants is roughly 5.5 to 6.5. That range matters because it's where the widest range of plant nutrients stay dissolved in the water and available to the roots. This is the key idea. Plants can only absorb nutrients when those nutrients stay dissolved in the water. When the pH moves outside that range, some nutrients stop staying dissolved. They don't disappear, but they become harder for roots to take up. So, you can have nutrients sitting in the reservoir and the plant still struggles because it can't access them efficiently. That's why pH matters. It influences how available the nutrients are to the plant. As pH rises above about 6.5, micronutrients like iron, manganese, and zinc become less available. When pH drops too low, calcium and magnesium uptake becomes less efficient. Again, not because those nutrients are gone, but because the root environment isn't ideal. This isn't about plants crashing overnight. It's about nutrients being just a little harder to access day after day until growth slows or symptoms of nutrient deficiency start to appear. Nige, an experienced semi-hydro grower here in Australia, explained it really well. He says, pH isn't a cliff edge. Being slightly outside the ideal range slows uptake over time, the same way slightly low light slows growth. For Nige, the bigger priorities are avoiding extremes and keeping conditions stable over time, not chasing one perfect number. To understand why pH behaves the way it does in my water, we need to talk about alkalinity. Alkalinity describes how strongly water resists changes in pH. In tap water, that buffering usually comes from bicarbonates. An Australian study looking at tap and bottled water found bicarbonate levels in tap water range from roughly 12 to 79 milligrams per litre, depending on location. That explains why people using the same nutrient can have very different pH experiences. My water has a very low alkalinity, about 10 milligrams per litre as calcium carbonate. That means when I add nutrients, the pH moves easily and tends to stay where it lands. Most hydroponic nutrients are mildly acidic by design. They're formulated to counter alkaline bicarbonate-rich tap water. In my case, because alkalinity is low, there's nothing pushing the pH back up over time. If my pH dropped below 5.5 when I mix my nutrient solution, I'd consider a small adjustment upward to support calcium and magnesium uptake. If it stayed above 6.5, I'd bring it down to help keep micronutrients available. But these are corrective tools, not something I use routinely, this moving pH up or down. The goal isn't precision. It's staying within a range where nutrients remain available and uptake stays efficient. And that's the main takeaway. There's very little species-specific research telling us exact pH targets for houseplants in semi-hydro. So I treat pH as a guiding framework, not a rigid rule. Stability and context matter far more than chasing a perfect number.